What's up, KFG crew and KFG Kings? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my WWE Raw review on high. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video at 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern time on my YouTube channel. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Now, Monday Night Raw was an average show, and I give it a 5 out of 10. That's all I gotta say. Then Now Forever together, the WWE video leads us to the show. The Raw intro video plays, and we go into the Capital One Arena to see a big protectionist display. The WWE undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. The match is kicking off the show. The Usos make their way to the ring alongside Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. Earlier today, a black SUV drove into the arena. The Usos came out with Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa. Byron Saxton was there to greet them and ask a question. As Byron Saxton was mid-sentence, Matt Riddle scares them back by riding through them on his scooter. The bloodline is alright. Elias comes around the corner. So Solo Sequoia's blindsides him and threw him into a metal barricade. Jey Uso says, Washington D.C., the bloodline is now in your city. Jimmy Uso says they got some bad news because the tag team title match that was supposed to happen tonight has been canceled. The crowd boos. Jimmy says everyone came to see the bloodline compete, but the bright side is Matt Riddle doesn't have to be humiliated, and Elias can work on any song he wants to. The Usos can considerate on being the best tag team champions ever. Every tag team in the locker room are the twos, and they are the ones. Matt Riddle music hits. Riddle comes out to a stage, comes out to the stage and says it wasn't cool of them to take out his tag team partner. It was Elias' first chance at WWE Gold. Riddle says he didn't think the Bloodline would run from a fight. That's not very Uzi. Sami Zayn says, "Hold up, dog." Sami Zayn, he's a certified Uziologist, and will tell him what isn't Uzi. So Sequoia showing once again why he's the enforcer. That's Uzi. The Uso continuing to be the longest reigning tag team champions in history. That's Uzi. Riddle comes out here and running his mouth, think he ever had a chance of at beating the bloodline. That is not Uzi, unless Riddle wants to suffer the same fate as his tag team partner. Sami Zayn suggests Riddle to turn around and go home. Riddle says he did find a tag team partner. There will be a tag team championship match tonight. Riddle says he doesn't get along with his partner. They're not really bros, but they bros hate the bloodline. Kevin Owens walks out to the ring to be Riddle's tag team partner. So we get the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus um Matt Riddle. Yeah, the Usos accompanied by Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa versus Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens. This match was okay for what it was. Jey Uso goes for a kick, but Kevin Owens blocks it and punches him back to the corner. Kevin Owens stomps him down. Kevin Owens gets Jey Uso to his feet, sending him to the ropes, and hits a back elbow before following up with a senton splash for a 2 count. Kevin Owens Kevin Owens puts Jey in the corner and punches him. Kevin Owens backs up and goes for a cannonball, but Jimmy Uso pulls his brother out of the ring. Kevin Owens goes outside and flattens Jimmy with a clothesline. Kevin Owens sends Jey Uso into the barricade. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see Kevin Owens pick up a near fall. Moments ago, Kevin Owens hit Jimmy Uso with a cannonball. Kevin Owens connects with a moonsault for a near fall. Matt Riddle tags in and punches Jimmy Uso back to the ropes. Jimmy Uso reverses a whip, but Riddle holds on and boosts Jimmy Uso back. Jay Uso then blindsides Matt Riddle. Jay Uso attacks in. The Usos hit Riddle with a wishbone split. Jay grabs Riddle, then stomps the midsection. He's throwing his shirt at Kevin Owens. Jay Uso chokes Riddle on the ropes. The referee admonished him, so Jimmy Uso boosts Matt Riddle in the head. Jimmy tags in and goes to the top rope. Jay hits a backbreaker and Jimmy catches. Jimmy comes off the top rope with a diving forearm for a 2 count. Riddle fights back, floors, but Jimmy floors him with a devastating uppercut. Jimmy then punches Kevin Owens off the apron. Riddle quickly unloads on Jimmy with some strikes. Jay Uso quickly tags in, and the Usos hit a big double team spineball support near fall. Jay Uso adjusts his knee pads. Riddle chops Jay Uso's chest, but Jay Uso ducks a big kick. Jay connects with a back suplex into a neck breaker for a near fall. Commercial break. We return from the break to see Riddle hit Jimmy with a Broton. Kevin Owens tags in and immediately goes to the top rope for a swanton bomb. Kevin Owens connects and covers, but Jimmy barely kicks out. Kevin Owens ties him up and goes for a stunner, but Jimmy gets out of it. Kevin Owens blocks a super kick and boots him. Kevin Owens goes for a powerbomb, but Jimmy gets out of it. A super kick him, super kick him down. Matt Riddle and Jay Uso tag in. Matt Riddle attacks Jay Uso, but Jay Uso soon kicks him. Jay Uso knocks Riddle into the ropes and charges, but Riddle pulls him out of the ring with a hurricanrana. Kevin Owens runs over, but Solo Sikoa gets in his face. Riddle rights Sikoa with a diving senton. Jay quickly takes out Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens out with a super kick. Riddle boosts Jay and yells at Sami Zayn. Jimmy Blunt tags in. Jimmy grabs Riddle, but Riddle knocks him back. Jay super kicks Riddle to the house. The Usos then hits the 1D for the win. The winner of the match and still your WWE and still your undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. This match was okay for what it was. The Bloodline begins to attack Matt Riddle viciously. Kevin Owens runs in and clears the ring with a steel chair. Kevin Owens chases them to the back. In the ring, Solo Sikoa attacks Riddle with a super kick. Solo Sikoa tightens his thumb and grabs Riddle. Solo Sikoa connects with a Samoan drop. A tribute to his uncle, the late great Umaga, who was gone 13 years late yesterday. Solo Sikoa hits a running hip attack in the corner and goes outside. And so Sequoia puts his chair around Riddle's head and puts him in the corner. So Sequoia hits a hip attack into Riddle in the chair before leaving. So we get EMT run down and put a neck brace on Riddle. Commercial break. Becky Lynch will battle Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a triple threat match. Asuka, Bayley, and Rhea Ripley will also compete in a triple threat match. The winner of the two matches will compete next week to determine the number one contender for Bianca Belair Raw's Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley is backstage with the Judgment Day. Bayley and Asuka are not Rhea Ripley. When she finished with Bianca Belair, Ripley says the locker room will call her mommy. The replay are showing of the vicious attack so Sequoia perpetrated on Matt Riddle. Riddle was stretched out of the arena. We go backstage to JBL's Poker Invitational. This backstage segment was just terrible. There are two poker tables set up with numerous WWE superstars around the table. JBL says this is equivalent to WrestleMania. Dexter Loomis walks in and throws Dexter Loomis walks in and throws the black bag full of money, and he won from the Miz last week. JBL says he's in an invitational, and Dexter Loomis wasn't invited. Dexter Loomis dumps the bag on the table, and JBL welcomes him to the tournament. Bailey makes her way to the ring. All of a sudden, Becky Lynch interrupts. Come through the ring. The man the man of the people come out and greets Bailey. Bailey tells her to hurry up because she has things to do. Becky Lynch says she wants to catch up. Bailey was the queen of the Thunderdome era. Bailey says such don't care about anyone. Becky Lynch doesn't care about the people or WWE. Bailey is looking at the bigger picture. All Becky Lynch sees is the mirror. It's herself. Bailey says the crowd has no respect for what she's trying to do for this place. Becky Lynch says 2/3 of damage control have been successful. Becky Lynch sees two champions and one loser. Becky Lynch says she hopes Bailey wins her match and they can go 1-on-1 to make some history. That's if Bailey is woman enough to face the man. Becky Lynch walks off, but Rhea Ripley music hits. Rhea Ripley approaches Becky Lynch and stares at her. They stare each other down for quite a while. Rhea Ripley stares at Becky Lynch and faces Becky Lynch, sneer right back. But Rhea Ripley finally walk off um and complete her and completes her entrance. This is this triple threat match is up next. It's next. Commercial break. So we get a triple threat match: Bailey versus Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. This match was good. Bailey, I'm sorry, not Bailey. The bell rings and Asuka quickly drop kicks Bailey. Ripley rolls Asuka up for a 2 count. Bailey tries Asuka down, so Ripley rolls Bailey up for a 2 count. Ripley gets Bailey out of the ring. Um, and hits Asuka with a suplex for a 2 count. Ripley clubs Asuka back and puts her in the corner. Ripley shoulder Asuka in the corner. Bailey goes to roll up, but Ripley doesn't go down. Bailey avoids a stomp from Ripley. Bailey grabs a waist lock. Girls a waist lock, but Ripley quickly knocks her back. Bailey slides out for a slam, but Ripley soon powers her to the corner and hits some shoulder thirst. Ripley connects with a vertical suplex. Ripley returns to Asuka still in the corner and viciously whips her to the opposite corner. Ripley grabs Bailey and whips her hard into the corner as well. Ripley attacks Asuka and throws her across the ring. Ripley then grabs Bailey and throws her as well before posing for the crowd. Asuka Asuka attacks Ripley with some strikes and kicks that sends her to the knees. Bailey clotheslines Ripley in the back of the head, and Asuka follows up with a sliding kick. Bailey and Asuka then sends Ripley into the post. Um, Shoulder first, Bailey attacks Asuka, ending the brief partnership. Asuka knocks her back, but Bailey avoids a hip attack. Bailey pulls Asuka out of the ring, and they brawl at ringside. Ripley then wipes them out of a cannonball plancha with the apron. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see Ripley stretching Asuka. Ripley holds Asuka up and Bailey kicks her. Ripley boosts her. Asuka boosts. Ripley was Bailey into Asuka, but Asuka drops her out of the ring. Asuka unloads unloads on Ripley with a vicious strike attack. Ripley blocks a whip that sends her to the corner. Ripley goes for an avalanche, but Asuka avoids it. Asuka kicks Ripley into sidesteps Bailey. Bailey accidentally hits Ripley and viciously slams Bailey down. Asuka goes to jump off Bailey's two knees. Ripley, but she slips and just gaze her. Asuka follows up by lifting on a kick to Bailey, or to Ripley. Ripley shoves Asuka into Bailey. Asuka takes Ripley down with a double knee facebuster for a 2 count. Asuka starts kicking away at the chest of Bailey and Ripley. Bailey ducks one and rolls Asuka for a 2 count. Asuka blocks a kick from Bailey and applies an ankle lock. Bailey screams in pain and pulls herself up. Ripley um pulls herself up on Ripley. Ripley headbutts her, so Asuka hits Bailey with a German suplex. Asuka quickly kicks Ripley down and hits the ropes, but Bailey pulls her out of the ring. Ripley has some blood on her shoulders. Ripley argues with Bailey. Bailey tries to blindside her, so Ripley grabs her hair, grabs her by the throat. They exchange blows before Asuka comes off the top rope with a double code breaker. Asuka covers Ripley for a near fall. Asuka quickly runs over to Bailey for another 2 count. Bailey has Asuka on the top rope, but Asuka kicks her back. Asuka hits Bailey with a massive drop kick for a 2 count. Quickly transitions to an armbar. To an arm lock. Bailey falls about before Ripley drop kicks them both. Ripley covers for a 2 count. Ripley starts to hit Asuka with a short arm clothesline before Asuka counters into a armbar. Bailey comes off the second rope with an elbow drop to Asuka for a near fall. Bailey attacks Asuka and hits a Bailey to belly, but Ripley breaks up the pin. Ripley headbutts Bailey a few times before hitting a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Ripley ducks a kick from Oscar and hits the electric chair. Face buster before a near fall. Ripley cannot believe it. Ripley quickly drop kicks Bailey off the apron before going outside. Ripley leaps off the leaps off the leaps off the stairs for a cannonball, but Bailey moves Ripley and Ripley hits the floor. Um, Bailey goes in the ring and rolls Asuka for a 2 count. Asuka hits a strike attack on Bailey before going for a missile drop kick. Bailey sidesteps it and crushes Asuka with the rope slam for the win. The winner of the match, Bailey. Good match. Good match. Bailey moves on. Um, and alright, Ripley gets in the ring and attacks Asuka for losing the match. Ripley crushes her with a riptide before walking off. Seth freaking Rollins will battle Bobby Lashley next week on Raw to determine the next number one contender for the United States Championship. We'll hear from Rollins next. So we'll go to commercial break. The commentators talk about Drew McIntyre being medically disqualified from competing on SmackDown. Bush will replace Drew McIntyre on team with Sheamus as they battle the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Seth freaking Rollins makes his way to the ring. He'll face Bobby Lashley next week on Raw to determine the next number one contender for the United States Championship. Rollins welcomes the crowd to Monday Night Rollins. Rollins says he will be going one-on-one with the almighty Bobby Lashley next week. The winner of that match will be the new number one contender for the United States Championship. Alright, Rollins has plenty of things to say to Bob, but since he's not here, that it's no fun. That's no fun tonight. They were having a singing. They were having fun singing his song. They began to sing until Bobby Lashley music hits. Says he's here and wants to know what Ross wants to tell him. Lashley warns him to be careful with that. Rollins says Lashley hasn't been the same since he lost to Brock Lesnar, and Rhea Ripley, I'm not Rhea Ripley, lost to Brock Lesnar. Says there's no shame in losing to Brock Lesnar, but what is the session with him? Is Lashley scared of Brock Lesnar? Lashley says he knows what Rollins is trying to do by getting them under better skin. Rollins says Brock Lesnar has the career. Lashley wishes he had. Lashley grabs him and says, this isn't about Lesnar. This is about him. This is about him, Rollins, and United States champion. United States title that could be around his waist. Rollins says that's the title won't fill the video left in. Lashley hurt because he can't beat him. Rollins says if Lashley doesn't get his head right now, beating him next week would be easier. Okay, so Bobby Lashley punches Seth Rollins down. Rollins quickly pops up. They begin to brawl. It spills to the floor, and they continue to brawl at ringside. Lashley puts Rollins through his shoulders, but Rollins slides off. Referee and the WWE producers run down to break it up. Rollins breaks through and attacks Lashley. They broken up the they broken you said they broken up again. Rollins gets in the ring and challenges Lashley. Lashley runs in and powers Rollins in the corner. Lashley is pulled back so he may break through and accidentally accidentally spear a producer. Seth Rollins gets out of the ring and shoots at Lashley. Lashley was going to done you. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Byron Saxton is backstage with the United States champions Austin Theory. Theory says a few challenges to his reign are nothing when they forever is. Just being Theory bump into Mustafa Ali. Ali says Theory, um, Theory, tell all just to quit since he keeps getting beaten down. Ali says he has had to fight every opportunity. All will keep getting back up in his face. And the United States Championship, the United States Championship, Theory tells him to get ready. After tonight, Theory doesn't even want to hear the word opportunity, and it comes out commercial break. Comes and comes out and sorry of his sorry mouth again. So we go to commercial break. Back back to the JBL Poker Invitation. JBL gets a new glass of whiskey. He goes for the table with Brian Corbin, Chad Gable, Luke Gallows, and Jackson Lewis playing Gable falls and says he's intelligent, to know when to get out. Gallows shouts that a nerd. He's a nerd. Gable shoots at him. Corbin says he's trying to get a read on the freak show. Dexter Lewis before calling him. Corbin puts down a decent hand, but Dexter Loomis puts three aces and a pair of jogging pants. Corbin accused him of cheating. Corbin threatens him, but Dexter Loomis pulls an axe out from under the table. Corbin agrees to keep playing. At ringside, at the other table, Akira Tozawa is clearing. Dominic Mysterio stops him. Tozawa calls him a thief. Mysterio says if Tozawa has a problem with him, then he has a problem with the Judgment Day. Um, Dominic says Tozawa is almost short as he deadbeats that JBL says he doesn't like Dominic. Be deadbeat dad anymore than him. But there's no fighting here. This is a classic embellishment. JBL tells them to do it in the ring. Mysterio walks off and grounds a handful of chips. The WWE United States Championship, Austin Theory makes his way to the ring. So we get the United States Championship match. Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Now, I like how Austin Theory got into Mustafa Ali's face. That was the best part throughout the entire show. The bell rings. Theory quickly takes it to Ali, easily taking him down. Ali fights back, but Theory fiercely takes him down. Theory digs a knee into Ali's face. Theory sends him to the corner, but Ali sidesteps him and hits a head scissors takeover. Theory rolls through the apron, and Ali draw kicks him to the floor. Ali hits the ropes and connects with a nice suicide dive. Ali grabs Theory, but Theory gets away. Theory flapjacks Ali into the ring post before sending him to the barricade. So we go to commercial break. We return from the break to see Ali punches Theory in the corner. Ali chops the chest, but Theory gets out. Ali kicks him back and hits a rolling thunder net breaker. Theory quickly comes back and grabbing him, but Ali counters into a backstabber for a 2 count. Backbreaker for a 2 count. Ali gets Theory on the top rope and goes for a hurricanrana, but Theory tries to hold him up. Theory loses a grip and they crash and burn the mat in a scary landing. While it looks like everyone is gone and connects with a tornado DT for near fall. Ali stomps away at Theory before going to the top rope, but Theory sweeps the feet. Theory puts him in the trio boot, facing the apron, and stomps away at him. Theory punches away at Ali before the referee admonishes him. Suddenly, Dolph Ziggler gets in the ring. And delivers vicious super kick to United States champion. The winner by disqualified and still the United States champion Austin Theory. Ziggler shouts that Theory before and alright, Ali turns him around. Ali is furious with Ziggler. Theory knocks Ziggler into Ali and viciously throws Ali into the ring post. Shoulder first. Ali crashes at ringside, but because they the throw was so vicious. Um, Theory then hits Ziggler with a town down before walking off. The return of Dolph Ziggler was a waste of the return right there, and that's facts. JBL is talking on the phone to someone about the poker tournament when the Miz walks up. Miz says he didn't get any invitation. JBL didn't know he is a card player. Miz says he doesn't have liquor cash but a Rolex, but JBL looks at it and says it's a fake. And Stone Miz walks off. Commercial break. Back to the JBL Pork Invitational, and Chad Gable fools once again. Baron Corbin puts down a good hand, but JBL, but then, but then cards fall out of his sleeve. AJ Styles accused of Corbin of cheating. Corbin comes alright and says Corbin can take Alpha Academy and meet the OC in the ring. JBL is upset and walks off. Dexter Lumis pack, pack, packs up in his money in the clips. The future is show. The footage is showing of Bailey winning the Triple Threat match earlier. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is asked about possibly facing Bailey for the title. Bailey says, um, it was impressive. Bianca Belair says Bailey was impressive, but she knows how to handle her. As for Rhea Ripley, she could have handled her loss better than attacking Asuka. Asuka, as for the as for the next Triple Threat match, Bianca Belair is ready for anyone. She stays ready, so she doesn't have to go. So we go to the OC, making their entrance. Commercial break. Replay our show from early tonight. Usos defeat Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens to retain the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Solo Sikoa viciously attack. The rear attacks. You said where was I? Matt Riddle was in the hospital. Okay, so we get so and yeah. She says she's ready, so she doesn't have to get ready. The OC makes their entrance commercial break. Replay our show from earlier of the Usos defeating Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens to retain the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Solo Sikoa viciously attacked Matt Riddle after the match. Riddle was sent to the hospital. Alright, so we get the 6-man tag team match. The OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson are coming by Mia Yim versus Baron Corbin and Baron Corbin at Alpha Academy. Chad Gable knows this was a good match. Good match, you know what I'm saying, but the crowd was not invested. JBL will be on the commentary for this match. Baron Corbin started against AJ Styles. Corbin closed him down before hitting the ropes and hitting a shoulder tackle. Styles quickly kicks Corbin back. Corbin reverses a whip but lowers his head and eats a kick. Styles connects with a DDT and tags Carl Anderson. Um, Chad Gable also tags in. Gable takes Anderson down and ties up the legs. Gable rolls over him and applies a side headlock. Anderson wipes him off, but Gable short tackles him down. Gable hits the ropes, but Anderson hits a hip toss. Gallows tags in. Gallows and Anderson hit a double team. Shoulder tackle. Gallows wrenches the arm, but Gable twists out and kips up. Gable knocks Gallows back and shoots him. Gallows shouts that a nerd get into a shush nerd battle before Gallows takes him down. Anderson tags back and Gable quickly puts him in the corner. Corbin tags in and attacks. Anderson Otis tags in and shoulders Anderson before slamming him. Otis close the back and tags Corbin in. Corbin elbows Anderson in the neck. Anderson fights back and chops the chest. Corbin shows Anderson to the corner in charge, but Anderson sidesteps him. Corbin quickly hits out in the clothesline for a near fall. Corbin elbows away at him and goes for a back suplex, but Anderson flips through and tags AJ Styles in. Styles runs in and takes it to Corbin before knocking Otis. Gable quickly rolls to the top. Rope down to get Styles out of the ring. Otis and clothesline Styles at ringside. Commercial break. We return from the break to see Alpha Academy stomping away at Styles in the corner. Otis close Styles in the head and hits a snapmare. Otis hits a big splash. Empathize, empathize, imp, imp, imp his on big and pose. Corbin tags in and punches Styles. Corbin punches Styles in the head and puts him on the apron. Styles shoulder Corbin back and goes for a slingshot. Corbin forms him out of midair. Corbin punches away at him and tags Gable in. Gable attacks Styles and applies an armbar. Styles fights up and punches Gable off the off the turnbuckle. Off Gable takes him down by the hair and shoves Anderson off the apron. Gable sets up for a slam, but Styles counters with a back body drop. Gallows runs in, so the referee admonish, admonishes him. Gable shoves AJ Styles into Corbin, who hits a deep six. Um, Gable covers for a near fall. Otis attacks and shoves Styles to the corner. Styles sidesteps and avalanche hits an overhead kick. Gable tags Anderson. Anderson hits a pair of clotheslines in their back elbow and scoops slams. Anderson hits a senton splash and knocks Corbin off the apron. Anderson knocks Gable back and hits a diving neck breaker for a near fall. Gable slides out of a slam and picks the leg for an ankle lock. Anderson knocks him away, but Gable jumps off the ropes. Anderson counters with a spinebuster and covers, but Corbin breaks it up. Corbin hits Styles with a backbreaker and elbows Gallows. Corbin goes for an out and in clothesline, but Styles farms him. Otis attacks Gallows and hits a scary exploder. Styles then hits Otis with a phenomenal form. Gable then turns Styles inside out with a German suplex. Gable rolls Anderson up for a near fall. They trade blows before Anderson hits an uppercut. Anderson charges Gable, but Gable goes for a German suplex. Gallows breaks it up. Anderson and Gallows hit the Master Killer on Gable for the win. The winner of the match, the OC. This was a good match, but the crowd was not really into it. Alexa Bliss is warming up backstage commercial break. Byron Saxton is backstage with Candice Ray. As a new mom, she has a lot to fight for. Johnny Gargano, her husband, and Dexter Lumis walk up to show her the money. They go off to spin it. So we get Akira Tozawa versus Dominic Mysterio. This match was terrible. Akira Tozawa quickly kicks at Mysterio and hits a diving hurricanrana. Mysterio backs him off before pulling him into the turnbuckles. Mysterio stomps away at Tozawa and taunts the crowd. Mysterio connects with with three amigos for a 2 count. Rhea Ripley is enjoying herself at ringside. Mysterio applies a chin lock to Tozawa, but Tozawa fights up. Mysterio sends him into the ropes, but Tozawa comes back with a hurricanrana. Tozawa connects with a shiny whistle for a near fall. Mysterio reverses a wheel, but Tozawa hits a big boot. Tozawa rolls him up before kicking him in the head. Tozawa goes for the top rope for the big diving senton, but moves. Mysterio goes for the top rope and hits a front splash for the victory. The winner of the match, Dominic Mysterio. This match was garbage. Finn Balor distracts. Finn Balor directs Dominic Mysterio to attack Tozawa for some more. Mysterio goes to attack, but the Street Profits runs down to protect Akira Tozawa. The Judgment Day run off without further incident. Okay, so Becky Lynch is showing warming up backstage. Commercial break. Replay our show of the brawl between Lashley and Seth freaking Rollins earlier tonight. Lashley accidentally spares P. Williams, a WWE official. Bobby Lashley is leaving the arena when the WWE official Adam Pearce runs up to him. Pierce says he knows Lashley didn't do it on purpose, but that cannot happen again. So so we get Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross makes their entrance. Becky Lynch will soon join them and compete in a triple threat match next week. Match next. I'm sorry. So we go to commercial break. Triple threat match: Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross versus Becky Lynch. The right woman won, so Alexa Bliss. So this match was fine for what it was. This this match was this match was fine for what it was. The bell rings and Nikki Cross slams her jacket on the mat. Nikki Cross shoves Alexa Bliss and turns into a throw punch from Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss um Alexa Bliss then drop kicks Nikki Cross out of the ring. Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss stare at each other. Becky Lynch quickly picks the leg and goes for disarm her before, but Alexa Bliss gets out. Becky Lynch covers Alexa Bliss for a 2 count. They trade pins before Becky Lynch hit her in the face. Becky Lynch then hits Nikki Cross with a baseball slide. Alexa Bliss launch, Alexa Bliss grabs Becky Lynch for Sister Abigail, but Becky Lynch gets out. Becky Lynch goes for the manhandle slam, but Alexa Bliss gets out and rolls her up for a 2 count. Alexa Bliss takes Becky Lynch down and hits a double knees. Nikki Cross runs in and slams Becky Lynch onto Be- onto Becky Lynch. Nikki Cross goes back and forth with avalanches, but Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch fight fights back for the second time tonight. A step off a competitor result in a slip. Becky Lynch attacks Nikki Cross and takes her out. Alexa Bliss strikes Becky Lynch down and drop kicks her. Becky Lynch avoids a double knees. Alexa Bliss puts on the apron and Becky Lynch takes her down. Nikki Cross pulls Becky Lynch off the apron and bounces her face off of it a few times. Nikki Cross whips her into the steps. Alexa Bliss leaps off the steps for a DDT, but Nikki Cross counters into a net breaker on the floor. A wild Nikki Cross clear off the commentary table. So we go to commercial break. We return from the final break of the evening to see Nikki Cross woman handling Alexa Bliss and applying a chin lock. Nikki Cross takes Alexa Bliss down and apply a straight jacket submission. Alexa Bliss fight up, but Nikki Cross hit a neckbreaker that doesn't look good. Becky Lynch takes Nikki Cross down and unloads on her with strikes. Alexa Bliss blocks a kick and takes her down before hitting a bulldog. Alexa Bliss put Nikki Cross in a corner and takes her down. Becky Lynch goes to the top rope and hits a diamond leg drop for a 2 count. Becky Lynch trash talks. Becky Lynch talks trash to Nikki Cross and goes for a manhandle slam, but Nikki Cross fights it. Becky Lynch hits Nikki Cross with the back exploder. Like Alexa Bliss runs in, but Becky Lynch attacks. Nikki Cross grabs the ankle of Becky Lynch, but grabs the ankle of Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss knocks Becky Lynch into the ring post. Alexa Bliss takes out Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross with a cannonball off the apron. Alexa Bliss gets Nikki Cross in the ring for a 2 count. Alexa Bliss slaps the mat in frustration. Alexa Bliss tests Nikki Cross up and steps on her. Alexa Bliss goes to the top rope. Um, Becky Lynch grabs her, but Alexa Bliss kicks her away. Nikki Cross cuts Alexa Bliss off and goes for a superplex. Becky Lynch runs up and powerbomb Nikki Cross as she gives Alexa Bliss a superplex. Becky Lynch covers Nikki Cross for near fall. Becky Lynch gets to her feet and gets into a strike exchange with Nikki Cross. Becky Lynch pulls Nikki Cross to the apron, but Nikki Cross knocks her back. Nikki Cross goes to the top rope and hits a diamond cross body block on Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss hits a Becky. Uh, Alexa Bliss runs in and breaks up the pin. Nikki Cross powers Alexa Bliss in the corner and shoulders her way at her. Nikki Cross avalanches her and hits a bulldog. Alexa Bliss pulls Nikki Cross out of the ring. Alexa Bliss hit a form to the face of Nikki Cross. Then hits a crossbody block into the lead apron. Nikki Cross gets in the ring and pulls Alexa Bliss to the apron. Alexa Bliss fights her off, but Nikki Cross cuts her off. But Becky Lynch is already getting onto the ropes, and Nikki Cross has hold Alexa Bliss up for a while. Becky Lynch hits Alexa Bliss with a double leg drop off the near fall for a near fall. And alright, Becky Lynch gets on the apron and goes for the manhandle slam on Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross holds the ropes. Nikki Cross knees her and goes for a powerbomb on the apron, but Becky Lynch blocks it. They then a manhandle slam on the apron. Becky Lynch rolls Nikki Cross into the ring. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control run in through the crowd and pull Becky Lynch out of the ring. They attack Becky Lynch and powerbomb her through the commentary table. Io Sky trips and falls ribs first onto into the front of the table. That looked painful. In the ring, Alexa Bliss goes to the top rope and hits Twisted Bliss on Nikki Cross for the victory. The winner of the match, Alexa Bliss. This was a good match. The right woman won. Alexa Bliss will battle Bayley next week on Raw. The winner will face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. And Monday Night Raw goes off the air. Like I said it earlier, Monday Night Raw was the average show, and I give it a 5 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video at 3 o'clock Eastern time, 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some WWE NXT review and highlights. So have a great night. Stay safe, but always stay positive. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. KFG crew, KFG Kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.